Hello, my name is Willis Lamb, Field Supervisor of the LRTC Technical Large Animal Rescue Team in northwestern Nevada. We are an all-risk team that covers multiple counties and responds to an average of around 550 incidents per year. We are located primarily within open range that contains thousands of free-roaming horses and cattle, and literally hundreds of cattle guards. The purpose of this video is to share some of the techniques that we use to extricate large animals from various cattle guards. Nearly all of these incidents involve horses. The incidents we are aware of that resulted in fatal injuries to the animals have typically involved domestic horses, where owners or others have attempted inappropriate actions and leg fractures resulted. Our goal is to prevent such occurrences in the future. Cattle guard rescues typically involve personnel from other agencies such as law enforcement, the fire service, brand inspectors, animal control officers, search and rescue teams, Department of Transportation personnel, and so forth. We, as TLAR responders, must understand their playbooks, and they have to understand ours in order for scenes to resolve effectively. ICS is the common language for most agencies that we all must use. By their very nature, cattle guards will involve highways and roadways. A top priority is to secure the scene and stabilize the situation to prevent undesirable complications. Some drivers can be hazards. Just today, the Highway Patrol chased down a driver who blew through a horses on the highway scene at high speed, passing a whole line of vehicles that had slowed. Our organization's SOPs include always calling for law enforcement to manage traffic. We want to secure and stabilize the animal. Clearly, the animal is not going anywhere if trapped, but we can provide high-value hay and minimize ambient noises and energy to encourage the animal to stay calm. The extrication plan can be simple or complex, depending upon incident circumstances. First, see if a simple approach may work. If a more complex operation is warranted, approach the problem calmly, logically, step by step. Cover the grates to prevent the animal or any rescuer from dropping a hoof or foot between the grates. Cash out all your gear that you may require so that it's immediately at hand, but not a trip hazard. At night, provide overhead lighting, as helmet lights and flashlights can disturb animals and create undesirable reactions. There are many cattle guard designs, ranging from homemade to DOT specifications designed for 80,000-pound loads. How we approach extrication from each type of cattle guard may be similar, but the nuances will differ. A popular design with contemporary departments of transportation is the precast concrete cattle guard. This is an extremely sturdy cattle guard. Its design actually helps animals self-extricate if they only drop one hoof through, but alternatively, they have absolutely no give if the animal is truly stuck. The DOT spec precast cattle guards have heavy straps on both the tops and bottoms of the grates. This design creates small pockets where animals can drop their legs through and are particularly challenging to safely remove. Here are the tools we would typically deploy to cattle guard incidents. Except for the simplest operations, we'll cash out two 30-foot recovery straps, 12-foot and 18-foot heavy straps, prussics, webbing, large and small J-hooks, a tamping bar, a grizzly bar, a Halligan tool, rope bags and accessories, ground pads, and if needed, a Becker sling. Here's the classic anatomy of a cattle guard entrapment. The animal's leg plunges through the grate, toe down, but then its instinct is to draw back, locking the toe and heel bulb between the grate bars. So what are generally successful techniques?
Opposition reflex, we all know what that is, right? His instinct isn't to go further into the cattle guard, it's to come back out. Make sense, everybody? Okay, so he's trying to come out, it's not going to happen. So there's a couple things that we tend to do. First of all, before we try to extricate the horse, we're going to cover everything we can as quietly as we can with ground pads, slip sheets, whatever we have. We've even used the tough duck backboard we use for people just to make sure that either we or the horse is going to fall back into the cattle guard. We've got to really cover it up. We had one horse, we had 3 legs out. As we're getting the 4th leg out, he moved, kicked one of the ground pads out of the way and dropped another hoof through. So it can happen. Although it was a successful job, it just took a little longer than we had hoped. This cattle guard is fairly full of mud. It usually goes down another 3 feet. You don't want to drop anything down there because it's a bitch to get it back out. All right, so a couple of things that we tend to do. If we can, if the horse is quiet, or sometimes we'll have somebody behind the horse. If the horse is standing, we've got the ability to, and the horse is going to want to go back out, right? But what we've discovered is when we do that, what is the horse is likely to do? He's going to go, whoa, I want to get away from that. Right? I should be a hockey player. Or not. Hey, I got it away from the grate. I didn't want to have to crawl down into it. So when the last one we had that was kind of like this was just a 4-hoof punt. Kevin was behind, and just as we were getting ready to work that, he put just a little bit of pressure behind the horse, so he rocked forward. Chris Miller, the brand inspector, was here. I had some pry bars and popped it right up. Okay? Forward, and apply pressure. Okay. We're almost there. Gentlemen, thanks for securing the seat. We don't want these to end with broken legs.
At times, an animal will have laid down on the cattle guard and we can't simply move a leg forward. The sides of a horse's hoof are not functionally compressible, so we need to position the entrapped hoof perpendicular to the grate where the pinch force will be applied against the toe and softer heel bulbs. If we can gain that orientation, the hoof will usually come right out. The advantage of a grizzly bar is that its shape helps us orient the hoof angle as we apply pressure to release it. With multiple legs dropped through, we may need to reposition the horse. The tips of most cattle guard wings can be used as anchor points to attach a rope rescue system in order to gain the position we need to free a leg. Here is a critical safety issue. Oftentimes the fire department will try to spread the grates using rescue jaws. With the newer cattle guards, what will result is a broken tool. Even with older cattle guards, using rescue jaws can be risky. At a job in Flanagan, a jaw tip shot off like a missile. When I looked up, one of the crew members' helmet was missing. If the jaw tip's trajectory was at a slightly different angle, the result could have been serious.
Did the training because she had to work.
always crashing.
Got it out.
You guys are horse people. What do you think? Sorry.
It's okay.
Been here from the beginning, so thank you. Great. That's you're actually yes, thank you. Absolutely.
No. We would
that was my
never
concern.
just put them down
And
unless
that's
we
where
knew.
and I knew exactly. And that's where I'm talking to Chris pretty
Right.
heavily.
Oh no, Chris is involved with us.
Oh no, he told me
Yeah.
Willis was on his way
Yes.
out, yeah. Because I was in touch
Absolutely.
with Chris. Good.
He's looking around at everybody.
Thanks for watching this video. We hope it's provided you with some useful material. For more information, please visit lrtcrescue.org.